It gives me a reason to do something. That sense of purpose, you kind of lose that being in here.
And I'm glad I'm part of this program because I don't know what I'll probably be doing right now.
The inmates actually get to work with all of these dogs. The guys just love it. It's something they can give back to the community for that.
You know, it's just a small way, but it's still a little something.
They provide, like I said, for myself, something that can give them a sense of security, a sense of companionship.
There have been some really tremendous positives that have come from this that we hear from both the prisons and from our trainers.
It gave us something, normal, something that, something that we've lost. I mean, once you establish that bond with them, everything comes from you.
Yeah, she have a lot of joy. And she love to have fun. She require a lot of attention. She love to be rubbed. She love to be hugged.
It's really been this really wonderful process to get our dogs where they need to go so they can do what we're supposed to be doing, which is helping people.
A unique program in Muskegon County Correctional Facility is producing life-changing impacts that go far beyond the prison's walls.
It's a partnership that West Michigan nonprofit Paws with a Cause calls a win-win for the community, where inmates are transforming into trainers for aspiring service animals.
It's an idea where second chance opportunities are creating a domino effect, benefiting trainers, dogs, and the recipients alike. Today, we're taking you into the heart of this mission.
Okay, go ahead and walk around with your dogs.
So can you talk with me a little bit about your journey to the facility and just as a person so far?
Well, when I first came in, I kind of gave up on everything. Then when they started introducing the dog programs and stuff, I decided I'd finally try it. And it kind of gave me a sense of purpose. Once I start seeing what the dogs are going to be for, they're going out to help people, so that's kind of my personal way of trying to give back for something that I can't give back for.
Paws exists to transform lives and really strengthen communities through these working partnerships with our dogs. It was about 2007, 2008, when we really started thinking about how do we help our dogs really build some additional skills, and who could be a really good partnership that would be a win-win for both our dogs and the community as a whole. It was about 2009-ish when we went into our first prison. And it was really this mindset about how do you take these young dogs, help them really get a better consistency in their training. And so the inmates who are there 24/7 actually have the dog live in the room with them, and they're working with these dogs on those basic obedience skills, but sort of bringing them up to the next level.
Let's do a sit-down recall.
So I didn't actually get into it until 2019. When I started, we had 5 prisons. I was in 3 of them. I did all the training in those 3. Shortly after that, or in that time frame of being in 6 years, I actually added on 3 more prisons. So it's very exciting to have 8 prisons now that we are working with, and how much great fun it is to watch the guys and the dogs interact with each other.
I've been knowing about it for over the years, but I've been a maintenance guy. And I was always going around fixing heater boxes, wash machines, etc. And once they rolled me off from that facility, I was like, I'm gonna desire to do something else different. They had a list up on the JPay machine, and I read it. And I was like, what? All right, I wanna be a part of that. To be a part of a dog's life and a dog part of my life, and maybe it helped me to see things a lot more clear than I already see it.
They go through a lot of screening before they're even put into the program. And it's a very good thing to know that they're doing that. Because obviously we want the guys to take really good care of our dogs, and that's a lot of what they screen for. We bring in our dogs to the prison. We have 2 inmates on 1 dog. That way they get 24/7 care. We train classes there with them.
Well, the first 3 days is there's no commands, nobody else pets the dog. It's just you, your partner, and the dog. After that, then you start to initiate smaller commands. You see what the dog knows because these dogs come from razor families. So you have to try to see where the dog is at. We have a week-by-week curriculum that we go by so that we try to keep the dog on task with what's going on at the Paws facility, so that when these dogs go back, they're all in line.
That's Paws curriculum. We work on Canine Good Citizen, basic obedience, intermediate obedience, advanced, and pro. And all of that stuff we take after we work with it towards the end of the 24 weeks that there's there. We do all the testing on that to see, where the guys are at and what the dogs have learned and so on and so forth. So, and the guys have a lot of fun with it.
At the end of the leash, call your dogs to come.
The guys are always looking for the most challenging dogs, because when they're training these dogs, it was so amazing when I first walked into the prison that within a couple of weeks, these guys have got most of our curriculum already in place. And I'm like, I gotta give you guys more stuff to do. So I did add on some stuff, but the guys just love it. It's something they can give back to the community for that. They just wanna learn. And our dogs themselves, they go in very immature. And when they get there, the guys and the dogs just start working together as a team.
Can you tell me a little bit about Eli?
Eli, yes, he is a very energetic dog. Really smart. He's fun. Once you're able to show him what you want, he'll just repeat it. He'll repeat it, he'll repeat it. And sometimes he gets a little bit energetic and he'll just start running through stuff to see what kind of a treat he can get. He loves to do the tunnels. He loves to go under chairs, so under like this is kind of a comfort thing for him. Getting that energy under control, his impulse control, his meet and greets with new people and stuff like that, where slowly, it's a baby step process. But once they get it, he'll get it.
Well, Fresca loves to be hugged. She loved attention. She loved people when they rub her. She loved to eat. Constantly loved to eat. She liked to get outside and walk around, and she listens to everything you say. You tell her. You don't even have to pull the collar, yank it, or nothing. You ask her to do something, she'll do it. She's very respectful like that. Fresca, stop. Come on, baby.
We do 3-month and 6-month reports on them, so that way they can mark their progress. The progress at the end is probably about the most important one to get down, so that way the trainers at the other facility know what the dogs are capable of, their pros, their cons, what they need to work with. And from there they decide, okay, this dog will be suited for this work, this one will be suited for this work, this one will be, so that way they can match the dog with the client that they're going for.
And they get these, in essence, puppies, large puppies, and by the time they're leaving, they're just so mature, and you can see them responding, and it's such a pride moment for our inmates to think that those dogs are going to go on and do some amazing things. And then our trainers have loved it. You know, our dogs are here for final training for 5 to 10 months. That's a long time. Before we were doing the prison program, you'd be adding 2 and 3 months to that training period so that they would learn those basic skills. And so really consistently working on loose leash walking, which sounds like a small thing, but it's critical for our clients.
I have a spinal cord injury, and so I am a quadriplegic, and I have been with the Paws program since 1999. Tarzan is my third dog that I've had. I've had 2 other dogs, a black lab and another golden retriever. I do work full time, and so Tarzan goes to work with me. I'm a pretty active person, so he goes to a lot of different places with me. He goes to restaurants, he goes to stores, he went to the Lantern Festival at the John Ball Zoo. The biggest thing that he helps me with is picking things up, picking objects up off the floor, which I believe is usually the most common task for people who are in wheelchairs, because we have a tendency to drop things a lot. I have poor grip in my fingers and my hands and stuff, so he picks things up all the time for me. He also can close doors. He can help take like my jacket off. He can just tug right on the sleeve there, and then he can pull it off from there too. Oh, and he's also trained to get the telephone too, and so that's one of his favorite tasks. So I just tell him phone, and he goes and he gets the telephone then. He's very intelligent. He's a very intelligent dog. Sit. Stay.
When you talk about a client who maybe uses a cane or a walker and really has a balance impairment, it becomes really important. That dog can actually be their cane for them, can help them keep up on their studies. So if they start to fall, a counterbalance dog will actually help right you so you can keep walking and moving forward. You have to have a dog who's going to be right by your side and be ready to make that adjustment when you start to tip. So being able to build just that skill alone is absolutely critical.
I did have an incident one time. It's actually kind of a funny story now that I look back on it and laugh. Not with Tarzan, but with Archer, where I was going up to the freezer and to reach something, and some plug came undone with my wheelchair and I couldn't get back down, and I was just like completely stuck, and I didn't have my cell phone within reach, and so I had to tell Archer phone, because that's the command that you give them, and so he had to go get the phone, and that's how I was able to call for help. I mean, if it wasn't for Archer being able to do that, who knows how long I would have been stuck there. I mean, maybe till the next morning.
And that's why we exist every day, is to help people. And so having our dogs be able to do that to the best, highest ability is a win for us and for our clients. But the prison program specifically is a win for the community, because you're getting all of that and that real impact it has on the clients that we're serving. But it also means that we're having a real impact on those inmates and those people going through that system, and really helping them build important life skills, important socio-emotional skills that help them to be successful wherever they end up in their lives.
So when the guys start working with the dogs, they obviously bond with them. They are very protective of the dogs, so they keep very, very close eyes on them.
I treat her like she's my daughter. I mean, I got a lot of love, inspiration for dogs all over the world, and I want the best for them. But she's like a daughter to me. I would do anything in my power to protect her and any other dog. Like one guy, when he said something bad about my dog, I said, wait a minute, hold on, what you say? I said, no, don't call her that. Her name is Fresca. Don't disrespect it. He said, why are you saying that? I said, because how would you like, if you walking down the street with your daughter and somebody just call your daughter a odd name? So I said, no, that's disrespectful. He said, no, you're right. So I'm gonna apologize. And I brought her over there to them, and I said, Fresca, sit. I said, now y'all compatible. So They start patting, I said, here's a little treats. Give them all treats that can feed her and stuff like that. So that makes me feel good. I don't discriminate with nobody. If whoever you are, you want to pet the dog, by all means. If it makes you feel good, it makes me feel better.
The guys are what make it happen. It's the dogs that are there that make it happen. The dogs are a very big part of the whole prison program, not only for the inmates, but for the staff. It just makes it a much stronger program, and a lot of times the dogs will go up to the office. And if somebody's got a real down day, they can bring a dog to them, and they can just cuddle on the dog and love on them, and they love that.
I've done 2 poodles, 2 goldens, and this will be my 2nd black lab. So, I mean, it's hard. People make attachments to these dogs because, I mean, there is a bond. You create a bond with them, and that dog is with you for months on end. First thing you wake up when you see them, first thing you go to, when you go back to sleep, they're there. And then just one day you got to give them up.
They train them during the day, and most of them are in their cells with them. They just sleep on a dog bed. And the guys are very sad when they leave, and the dogs are looking at them like, I am not leaving, I want to stay here.
It saddens my heart. I hate to see her leave, but it's time for her to move on. And they teach us not to get too attached, but it's kind of hard. I feel connected. I feel very connected with her. She like the love of my life. I love her, man. I really do. I really adore her. I wish I could take her with me when I go home.
You have to keep in mind what they're going for, because if not, I mean, we've seen grown men break into tears with the dog leaving. Luckily, it kind of helps the transition, getting a new one right away, so then all your focus is on that new one.
So the easiest thing, and this is the same thing for raising foster puppies, is we just trade out at the same time. So you're bringing one dog back out of the prison, and we're giving them one right away. So that gives them an opportunity to not forget about the dog, but they're not thinking about it 24/7. And it makes it a lot easier. So they're just ready to go for the next one.
They bring another dog in her place, and it was like to start the program all over again. So I'm with it. I'm with the whole change of scenery, change of perspective of different dogs we have. I love it. I love every minute of it.
You said it's a small way to give back. What emotionally have you feel like you've kind of gotten from your participation?
That sense of purpose is probably about the biggest one. You kind of lose that being in here. So getting the dogs and being able to train them to have that assistance for someone that needs it. It's something I never thought of before. But now after doing this, I've even extended studies to try to do this. And this is probably something I'm going to try to take with me once I leave here.
I've recently added in some other stuff with the guys because I want them, when they get out of prison, to be able to have some skills under them, like a training modular, to learn how to teach classes, to learn how to set up a business for training. And then the other one I've set up is grooming. There's so many things that I can put into the prison system that the guys can come out having skills built up and ready to go when they get out of prison. And they love it.
You fell in love with this whole process. What is it about your job that kind of makes you want to wake up and keep doing it every day?
I love it because I like to watch the guys working with the dogs. I like to watch them learn and continue learning. And I know that helps the guys a lot too, because there's a lot of anxiety and pressure when you're in the prison system. But to have the dogs there with you, that really helps calm down a lot of things. And it just works. It just works.
The first dog I had his name was Miss. When my second older brother had passed away, I was hurt. And I was just sitting down like this, And Miss comes in and he pushed my hand up and gave me a hug. So I hugged him back, and that changed everything in me.
There have been some really tremendous positives that have come from this. For the prisons, they're finding that inmates are building really important life skills, and they can really see the development of these dogs over the 6 months that they're there. These inmates, they really talk about how life-changing it is for them.
One of the guys came up to me and said, you know, before I did this program, I was taking 3 different meds for anxiety. I'm like, wow, that's a lot. And he said, once I got the dog, I went down to 1. And so just hearing those stories about the guys, and then some of them, you know, they went into prison for whatever it was that they did, and they turned themselves around by using the dogs, because they have to have a responsibility to take care of them. They have to train them. They have to make sure that they're staying safe. They have to make sure they're getting fed. And with all the responsibility that they have with this, it changes them. It makes them to realize that, yes, I can take care of something and be proud of it.
They basically telling you to love, it's okay to live. And I used to have my head down a lot until I came into the program, and I started lifting my head up and started seeing what's going on around me. And it felt good to me that I got something that I really wanted to do. And from that point on, I've just been inspired to move forward. Let's come back. I was inspired to move forward.
I got the choice. I could just sit down and just let the time pass by me. But having the opportunity to have these dogs and be able to send them dog out to help a child, to help an elderly person, to comfort somebody on a plane. You know, there's just a multitude of things that these dogs can go for. It's amazing. I mean, it's been a journey that's coming down, and you know, it's one that I won't be forgetting. Being a small part of that, it just gives me a reason to keep moving forward. High five. Yeah!
Support for Mutually Inclusive is provided by the W.K. Kellogg Foundation, the Fry Foundation, and by viewers like you.
The museum has about 6,800 works of art in the collection. And right now, we only have around 75 works by known African-American artists. It was many, many years of changing perspectives and changing whose voices were at the table.
It's always been an uphill battle. When we came to Grand Rapids, we were the only African-American gallery here in town.
The problem of human trafficking and sex trafficking specifically is a huge issue. It's everywhere in Kent County, in the suburbs, into the rural areas, in homes, in hotels. It's everywhere.
Being the first black firefighter and the first black fire chief in this city, I mean, he broke barriers.
At a glance, how serious is this right now?
It's pretty dramatic. There's definitely a feeling among a male population in this country that they've been left behind. And I think academics is one of the places where they feel it's not for them, they're not right for it.
I like to say that cancer is the best and the worst thing that ever happened to me, primarily because I have a new outlook on life. When I joined the military, I wanted change. Be careful what you wish for, because I got change. You know, I got more change than I ever imagined.
It gives you just a different light on life and a different perspective.
Thanks for watching. You can find this episode and others online at wgvu.org/mutuallyinclusive or by visiting our YouTube page. But don't forget to follow WGVU on Facebook to keep up with everything happening here in West Michigan. Thank you for helping us be mutually inclusive.